Welcome to your 24 days of yoga. This is your day 7 and day 19, and we'll be doing a deep stretch. If you have a yoga block or a cushion, it will come in handy for this. So let's get started. To begin, we're going to start nice and slow, finding a few deep breaths. So we'll take a large inhale and see if you can fill up through the belly, but specifically up through the ribs at the same time. So just take a nice deep breath in as best as you can. And we'll take a big open mouth exhale, as long and as deep of an exhale as you can. So we'll just take 3 more of those breaths. Big inhale through the belly and the ribs. Long open mouth exhale. And do that 2 more times. And 1 more breath. You can seal the lips from here, but try to continue that slow breath as we go. And we'll move now onto our knees. So we'll start on the knees and keep your hips directly above the knees. So your bum's going to be up in the air. And as you do so, you're going to start to fold at the waist, walk forward, and then thread your right arm underneath your left. So you're going to come into this big twisting, melting heart. So you're opening up through the torso and shoulder, and then stretch your arm overhead at this point as well. And just breathe in deeply. So everything will just be nice and slow today. Just a few stretches. The idea is to relax with the slow breath, with the holds. Now inhale, rise up. We'll twist to the other direction. So now threading the left arm underneath the right, letting the left shoulder rest on the mat as well as your left ear. And then rise up once again, coming to all fours. And now you'll step your right foot up and outside of your right hand as far as you can go. So we're going to really stretch forward and stretch into the hips, really find a nice deep lunge here. And this is where your pillow or your yoga block can start to come in, where you can plant your hands directly on top of the block or the cushion and see if you can lower maybe a forearm or 2 down. So we'll come into this deep lunge position. Again, just try to release the tension through the hips. And then we'll rise up slightly, and your block or your cushion will come underneath your hip now. And then start to move your right foot across your mat. And we're going to settle into a pigeon pose. So it would be helpful to sit on your right hip on the block or the cushion. And so you'll settle in. This pose is quite a deep pose, so you might be feeling that your weight is quite shifted to your right. Just as best as you can, bring it over towards center, and then we'll fold forward from here, stretching into the right hip. So as much release as you can get. Your shin does not need to be parallel to the front of your mat, but you are working it toward that direction. But again, in whichever capacity your body is able to do. Then we'll rise up out of that stretch, starting to push into your hands and push back into your knee and slide your right foot back. And then we'll go ahead and go the other way. So left foot will come forward, again, as far forward as you can. And then stretch the hips forward, releasing the back hip. Again, finding that block or cushion, whichever prop you have if you like, to see if you can lower a forearm or two down. And we'll release forward with deep breath. Then once again, rise upward. We'll slide the left leg in across the mat now, and the prop will come underneath your left hip. So the left hip will sit right on top of that. Find the best position that you can, and then wherever you can, then fold down as well. Release from there into your pigeon pose. And then inhale, rise again. We'll press back, coming to hands and knees, and then come and find a seat down on your mat where you can go nice and lengthwise. We're gonna sit out as wide as possible, and this is where you can sit on top of your prop as well. So sitting on top of the prop will help you lift up and tilt through your pelvis, and so that you can achieve a little bit better rotation and bend here. So we're gonna straighten out through the legs, hinge at the pelvis. So try to rotate as far as you can. Feel the stretch coming then through the thighs, so through the inner thighs it is, and then fold forward as far as you can release, and then you can walk the hands out, maybe rest forearms down, and just drop down, releasing the head and fold into the deep stretch. And then with an inhale, rise yourself back up once again. We'll bring the legs together, and you're going to just come and lie down on your stomach on the mat. So coming all the way down onto the belly. Then extend your right arm out so the palm is down onto the ground. And you're gonna start to twist the body and lift the opposite leg. So left leg is gonna reach up and out so that you're stretching through the shoulder and the chest, and then just rest your head down as well. So we'll get a nice big stretch through the spine, opening up the front side of the left hip, and then a big stretch through the shoulder and chest. Then if you'd like to add on for that shoulder stretch, you can lift the left arm up and reach back as well. All right, take one more deep breath in. And then let's twist the body back around. We'll just go the other way. So left arm will come out then. Starting to twist around. Right leg will reach up and back. So again, the knee is lifted, and we'll drop the head then as well. So feeling this big stretch, and if you'd like to add on, the right arm will come up and open, and then hang right there and stretch. All right, then exhale, release again, coming all the way back to the belly. We'll just press ourselves up, pushing the hips back to a child's pose to take one more breath to finish. So dropping the head down and take some deep breaths in here. Now you can stay there as long as you like. But for our 10 minutes today, that's all you need to do for your deep stretch. Until tomorrow.